promising young scholar with big plans for his future vanished into the night. Did he just walk away from it all, or was he the victim of a killer with dark secrets to hide? Joshua Guimond was excelling as a political science student at St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota. He was just 20 years old, but already politically active on campus and co-captain of the mock trial team, with plans to attend Yale Law School and serve in the Minnesota State House of Representatives. Josh was mild-mannered, studious, and responsible. Friends and family were only half joking when they said he might even be the U.S. president one day. On a cold November night in 2002, after playing cards with some buddies, Josh suddenly left his friend's on-campus apartment and disappeared, without his coat, wallet, glasses, or car keys. His schoolwork was left on his desk and his computer was still on. It wasn't until the next afternoon that friends began to realize that nobody had seen Josh since the night before. He wasn't answering anyone's messages or calls. At 10:30 p.m., Josh's mother, Lisa, got a call reporting to her that her son was missing. The last time Josh had scanned into his dorm room was just before he and friends left for the party at 11:06 p.m. He didn't have any credit cards on him, and his car was found on campus undisturbed. It was a cold winter night, and while he was dressed for the brief walk, his friends reported he wasn't dressed for staying out in the cold for an extended period of time. Josh was missing for more than 24 hours before an official search got underway. The prevailing belief on campus and among detectives was that he probably got turned around after a night of drinking, lost his way, and perhaps ended up in one of the lakes that surround the campus. A young couple told authorities that they passed Josh on the footbridge, and at some point, when they believe he was roughly halfway across, they looked back and he was gone. The FBI and over 100 National Guard members joined at least 250 local volunteers in searching a 16-square-mile area on and around the college campus. Search helicopters made frequent passes using infrared imaging, and divers using sonar technology scanned the dark waters of Stumpf Lake, close to the dorm where Josh had been last seen. Josh was one of 3 young white male college students who would mysteriously disappear from the region within an 11-day time frame. Over the next 2 weeks, Chris Jenkins and Michael Knoll, both young male students at colleges in the region, also disappeared. A private K-9 unit brought in by Chris Jenkins and Josh's family tracked Josh's scent to St. John's Abbey, as well as the frozen lake behind the Abbey. The team drilled holes and used underwater cameras, but nothing was found. Reports of several strange vehicles filled with one or more men following students, harassing them and otherwise intimidating them, started coming to light. In fact, several young men reported being tricked into vehicles, taken to remote areas of the woods, and in several cases assaulted both physically and sexually. Could Josh have gotten into one of these vehicles and couldn't escape? Was there one or more men hunting these college students? And did Josh end up a victim of these violent offenders? Several months into the investigation, the bodies of the other young men were found, and authorities dismissed any connection between those and Josh. But there was a new avenue investigators were exploring. These potential connections to the Abbey were intriguing because of the long public history of predatory sexual abuse by some of the monks living on the expansive property. Friends and family recalled that Joshua had been outraged by the stories of abuse and cover-up, even to the point of researching a paper or news article about it. His parents were alarmed to learn that monks lived close to both the apartment where Josh was playing cards on the last night he was seen, as well as at the apartment building where he lived. St. John is a private religious campus that has a fully functioning monastery and abbey on site. Over the years, multiple accusations have come to light accusing the monks of sexual misconduct and abuse. Josh was angry about the abuse and had vocalized his frustration to his mother and grandparents on multiple occasions. He was disgusted the Abbey would cover it up, allow the accused monks to live on campus, and even go so far as to send them away to protect them from future legal problems. Several people indicated that he was writing a research paper on the subject, but that couldn't be verified during the initial search of his dorm room and computer. Detectives discovered that in the hours after Josh vanished, or sometime during the following days, someone erased items from his computer hard drive. Detectives now suspect the erasures could be connected to Josh's disappearance and are eager to learn more about any connections between Josh and the people he encountered in online dating chat rooms. Sheriff Steve Soika said they're asking for the public's help in identifying the people in the photos in hopes that one of them may be able to provide clues to what happened to Josh. "These are people that we've exhausted all other resources to try and identify," Soika said, "so we thought we'd ask for the public's help in this manner, to try and identify who these people are." There's been renewed interest in the case surrounding the 20th anniversary of Gimon's disappearance. A recent episode of the Netflix show Unsolved Mysteries featured the case. Soika said his office participated in the show with the hopes of sparking new interest in the case and generating new leads that might further the investigation. He said investigators have received numerous tips since the photos and show were released. Over the years, there have been multiple theories about what might have happened to Gimond. Investigators initially believed that he may have drowned in a lake on campus, but his body was never found after several searches. One theory suggested by Unsolved Mysteries is that Gimond may have been chatting with men online and could have gone to meet someone on the night he was last seen. Soika said investigators haven't ruled out that scenario. "We're open to all kinds of possibilities," he said. "A college kid typically just doesn't disappear from the campus." Soika said he's still hopeful that the case can be solved, but as more time passes, it gets more challenging.